welcome to Bump Love. Thank you so much, guys, for the feedback. Like, we can't say enough thank yous. Like, it's lovely hearing from you guys, being able to engage and talk. All of these topics, it's been such a roller coaster ride. And, today we just kind of want to rein it in and, just kind of go back on like the past 13 weeks. Guys, it's been 13 weeks of us together. Yeah. And we want to just go through this entire season and just kind of reminisce the good times and the bad times, and maybe not the very good times, but we want to engage with you. Tell us, what are the times that you've enjoyed? What are the topics you've enjoyed? Let's start here. Yeah. Right here, right at home. The one show that got like, I don't know how many comments, how many views, so much. I don't know if it was backlash. I don't know if it was nice things. It was feedback. Constructive feedback. Was the show on Stay at Home Moms. Yeah.
I think at one point in my deciding what do I want to do with myself, staying at home seemed like something to consider. But then no, it just didn't fit. And for me, I think my reasons were we can't live on one income, the economy,
logical
reasons, yeah.
Wake up to wash the dishes, sterilize, check if the baby has eaten, check if they fed, pee here, do this. Then when it's time to sleep, the baby wakes up. You go pick the baby, pick the thing, pick 24 hours a day with my child. Yeah. I wanted to go back to work. Like by the third month, I was wondering, why did they give me the food?
When you become a mom, your circles will change. Your dressing will change. And it's okay. Because, all the time you don't have to be, the truth is, for your dressing doesn't. For me, I spend quite a lot of time in Leso, Congo. Things are easy to unleash there.
Do you remember? You're hot. You're still hot from that show.
That show, yeah.
And I just kept wondering to myself, I was like, but what did it stir up in the mothers? Like, what is it why did people identify so much with it? What do you think?
I think that show really came close to home for very many people. Yeah. Because much as we are, women of today are working, we're in the corporate world and everything, we're self-employed. At the end of the day, we are moms. First, before everything else. We want to be moms. Yeah. And I won't speak for Pumla, but inside, we all want to spend a little bit more time with our children. Yeah. And stay-home moms tend to give off the feel that they're able to spend more time. Yeah. So in the back of most women's minds, they're working and everything. You're like, but I could be a stay-home mom. At least that's what I thought.
Yes, and what you say speaks to me entirely. I learned a very big lesson about the stay-home moms. For me, I'll speak numbers and statistics. I learned that women are not really inherent. Maybe they're not all like I am. Yeah. I honestly assumed that everybody just wants to work and do something and be. I was so shocked by the 80% women in Uganda who identified themselves. It's so clear that the real reason that they leave their children is because they don't have a choice, especially maybe financially. The economy is not working out. They need a double home income. If you presented, how much do you need to take care of your children on the table? They would stay at home. That for me was an awakening. Up to now, I feel that hit of, are you serious? Rude awakening, shocking.
Yeah. I think I came to the realization that I identify with the 80%, that yes, I work, not because, I absolutely enjoy working, although I do enjoy my job. But I was having a chat with Manuela post that show, and I was saying how, like, even if I had the chance to stay at home, like all my bills were paid and all, I don't know if I'm equipped to stay at home and actually train my kids, like, you know, the whole early childhood development.
Yeah.
I think I would have to read up more, and I don't know if
It's not
that
as
sort of
easy
mom.
as people,
I don't
as we
know if
sold
it-
it. Yeah,
if
we used to think it was
I
just.
don't know if it would come easy for me. I think then it would become my job. It would become work for me.
Yeah.
But I think that the reason why many women related to this is whichever decision you pick, whichever path you choose, there are both pros and cons. And I think for every woman, they've taken so much time to think about that decision that if somebody came and judged them for the decision that they made, it hits home. It's like, you have no idea.
You have no right.
You have no right.
To have an opinion or like make an opinion on
my
the path
decision.
that I have chosen.
Yeah.
And I believe that as moms, like you've said, we all want to be the best versions of ourselves. We all want to be great moms. And there is no right path. Everyone's path
There's
is
just
different.
paths.
Yeah.
And even with our guest, you know, that is her path. She spoke from experience and she spoke from what has happened to her. There are many stay-at-home moms who
She was amazing.
Slightly. Oh yes, she was.
Pearl was amazing.
You were legit.
By the time you have a discussion with Pumla and you pop,
I know. Keep quiet.
I was like, yeah.
The misconception is children need us when they're younger, and as they grow older, yay, freedom. We sort of found that
That's not true.
so sorry to
Because
us.
me, I'm on yay.
I prefer looking at glasses and plates than
Oh,
clothes.
girl, I feel you.
Like, seriously. Being a stay-home mom or work-at-home mom or personal residence manager. Oh, come on now. I mean, really, if you can rename cleaner, sanitization, sanitary expert, why not? But it can also be a phase in your life.
Yeah.
Where after a while your spouse then can now be supportive of whatever dream you want. So if you want to go back to study, if you then want to get back into your career, but as long as maybe children have passed a certain formative age, then it can be easier.
And it has always bothered me that if you're staying at home to look after your children, what are you doing? Like, what is your way of doing that? But I think that you have spoken to me in a way that that child that you're raising, Angie said it before and I totally agree. The child that's raised by a mom or a dad in the home and is there is different from the other child. So you are giving back to the economy
in
a
that
whole
way.
child.
So even with Pearl, she shared from her own experience. But there are many stay-at-home moms who could relate because she stays at home and raises her kids. But in terms of the dynamics of their homes and how things work out, the stories are slightly different. So I would say that for every mom, whatever path you choose, that's the right path for you at the time.
At that time.
Yes.
I totally hear all of you. Like for me, the fact that Pearl came with this organized aura on her on that topic because I got private messages from all over. They're like, you guys, Pearl, who is this girl? So for me,
You should join that
you know, because everyone was like, oh my goodness, this lady has just brought it out so perfectly. So for me, I think that's why, you know, this was the highlight. She had it on point. She was on point.
In line with what you've said, I felt like for that particular show, there's so many stay-home moms, who have decided to stay home, and then they've been feeling judged. They've not reached a place of owning their decision. You know, like how working moms, guy, when I'm buying my high heel, please, I am buying my high heel.
My money.
It's my money. But then, you had stay-home moms who are not buying their lesus with pride. So I feel like for that particular show, for the first time, it's like they had a rep. Like a mayor had reached town. Not as if, was it the one of homes, yes, I think so. So I feel like so many mothers came out from wherever they'd been. And I remember someone asked me, when we're doing, posts, we're looking at the show, said, are there that many stay-home moms in this country? And I thought to myself, that's a very interesting question. That's a very interesting question because, if our labor force only has 29% of the women in public service and another 31 in private, where are the rest? Then that means they're actually at home. And so, and so there's a lot that they're struggling with, and I felt like, man, that show, that day they wore their armor, and said, I'm going to be a stay-home mom. And I think,
I mostly like that show so much because it really spoke to our mission and our vision. Like any organized program or institution, we also have missions, visions, we have values, you know? And at the foundation of what we're trying to do as BAMPLAV is to inform, to educate, to inspire, to create a platform for moms, for parents, for women, to share our experiences and have people speak to us about theirs. And maybe let's start with Manuela. Manuela is passionate, you know, about childhood development, about parenting children. We all are, but Manuela's made a job out of it, you know. So do we feel like we've like this mission that we set for ourselves, our mission statement, to inspire, to educate, inform, where are we on that ladder, you know? Yes.
I think primarily because we're a starting show. Like, I mean, it's first of all for us it's been overwhelming. Like even for us, we're like, oh, how many views? Like we just thought, like how did what this show went to where? And I think like for where we're at, like we're a baby, like we've just been born, and I feel like some of the topics we've chosen, like actually all the topics we've chosen, all the guests we've gotten have actually done that, informed and educated us and inspired us. What I feel was missing, and I feel like the guests can help us with this, is where we're providing a platform that we can have people speak more, talk more. Like, you know that there's so many of us that are watching the show, and people are telling you, oh my God, I watched the show. And you're thinking, but I've never, have we provided a platform for you to say something? And for me, I think that's my constant worry every day. It's that I hope that we don't end up being entertainment. You understand? Just entertainment. Like that there's some depth in this that we are doing.
I do agree with you. I think for me, the thing that captures my heart when these episodes are released is seeing people say, me too, oh my gosh, like
me too.
Me too, yeah, like the Me Too movement.
Even me.
Oh my God, I thought I was alone, you know? And for me, that just, it reaffirms the fact that I feel like we're on the right path. Like Manuela said, we're still a baby. There's lots to learn, lots of areas for growth for us. But for me, just hearing someone say, me too, or I can relate, or I can resonate, for me, I'm like, job done. Mission accomplished. Yeah, we'll get better. We can only get better from this point.
I also feel like we've inspired because, you know, as mothers, we are home. Let's say, you know, like all this time we struggle. There's lots that we struggle with on this journey of parenting. But when you get that feedback of, oh my goodness, I thought I was alone. Manuela is also going through this.
Same,
you know, that's comfort.